Greetings, everybody. I am your brother, the only civilian. Today, we want to talk about Sekou Toure, the former president of Guinea. There is a lot I feel if you follow me, if you are one of my followers, I feel there is a lot to learn from Sekou Toure's story. He was a brave African leader. A lot of people think I don't praise African leaders. I praise them. It's just that I don't even worship them. I learned a lot from them, but they were not perfect. I hate when people worship them because they also contribute to what is going on right now in Africa. They contribute a lot. So I have respect for them, many of them, but I am the wounded civilian who talk about the good side, who talk about the bad side, But today is about the former president of Guinea, Sekou Toure, a very brave leader. Call him Pan-Africanist if you like. You see, 1957, 56, 58, new president of France, Charles de Gaulle, announced that all the Francophone countries in Africa who want to have their independence, they should let them know they are willing to set them free. When they see that our people refuse to stay down. You see, colonialism is not just to steal from us, to steal from Africans, but to change our history, to not just to make us dry, to rewrite our history. They cause a lot of damage in Africa. Coming to Africa, all in the name of colonialism, they destroy a lot in Africa. So when Charles de Gaulle announced any Francophone country who wants to free from France, Sekou Toure of Guinea led a revolution, convinced their people and say it is time for us to free, to fight for our freedom, to separate. It is time for us to govern ourselves. We have been under this colonialism, these Oyibo people, the Europeans, the French, have put their knee on our neck for too long. We are humans. We can rule ourselves. Stand up and fight for it. He make a statement and say, it is better to be free, rule yourself, than to stay under the French colony where they dictate, they tell you what to do and you do it. The people listen to him. That is the reason why they got their independence in 1958. The French, the president, Charles de Gaulle, who announced if any Francophone country want to free, who need freedom, they should let them know. Not just because they want them to be free. He was setting a trap for these people. But Sekou Toure of Guinea took it and neutralized it. It became the eye-opener to many countries in Africa. The Ghanaians got their independence in 1957. Guinea got their independence in 1958. Although Nigeria were also fighting for their independence, they were asking for their independence in 1957. The northern Nigeria said they were not ready for it. But leave Nigeria for now. That's how the Sekou Toure led his people to freedom. What did the French people did? All their infrastructures, all the setup, hospitals, they were all destroyed. Sanction upon sanction. Sanction upon sanction. The UN were sanctioning Guinea. They were suffocating them. They want the people to turn against Sekou Toure. They destroy, is it police station? Their railways. They were attacking them. They were, in fact, it was so hard that the people were almost even protesting. They want to go back. You understand me? It was Ghana first president, Kwame Nkrumah, who rescued Guinea, who borrowed them millions of money. So many African countries were not even free yet then. So Ghana have their own freedom already. Ghana was financially buoyant. They have to borrow Guinea so that they will survive. That is where the Soviet Union came in. They also supported them. France were doing everything to make the people turn against Sekou Toure. That was where the Russians, the Americans came in. But what did he do with power? What did Sekou Toure do with power? He went to prison so that his own people would be free. He passed through a lot for his own people to be free. He was the one who let them understand the reason why it is good to be free. But after about 10 years, 15 years in power, these enemies, the Europeans, they start telling, the opposition, it is time for him to go. He did not fight for freedom for him to remain in power forever. Opposition begin to criticize him. He's not perfect. He begin to lock them up. So many people died in jail. Arresting, prison a lot of people. The people, he freed the people. He went to prison to free these people. He was now locking them up. Any opposition who challenged him, he locked them up. He became a dictator. The Russian ambassador criticized him and say the way you are treating opposition. In fact, when he announced it's going to be one party for all, every other political party were not allowed anymore. No any other political party. Everybody must be on his party. He must join his party. Opposition start to cry. The Russian ambassador, criticize him and say, protest. You have to ask the Russian ambassador to leave Guinea. Then he turned to America. America became his friend. No European country want to do anything with him. But Sekou Toure was so smart. After 20 years in power, he began to ask the European companies who left Guinea to come back. He started to, try to work with the European, with the French, telling them to come back, try to strike a relationship again with the West. The same West he preached against. The same French, the same French who have been suffocating his country. He started trying to make friends with the same Europeans. With the same Europeans. That's the reason why I said there's a lot to learn from Sekou Toure's story. After 26 years in power, he traveled to America for heart surgery. That's where he died. America. Heart surgery. So after 26 years in power, you cannot build a European standard hospital in Africa. After 26 years in power, you cannot build at least hospital where you can treat yourself. The same thing we are still doing today in Africa. The same thing, you hear our president traveling to Europe, traveling to America for medical checkup. He died in America after 26 years in power. That's the reason why I said there is a lot to learn from Sekou Toure's story. He was a brave leader, strong leader, intelligent. I must give him that. That is the reason why when they overthrown the very first president of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, that's the reason why he gave Kwame Nkrumah asylum to come to Guinea. He made sure Kwame Nkrumah was okay in Guinea, although Kwame Nkrumah died there in Guinea also. There's a lot to learn from these leaders. A lot. I respect them. But I talk about the good side, I talk about the bad side. He was a dictator. A dictator, big one. My name is The Wounded. Thank you and God bless.